Welcome into Baxter, Tennessee, the site of the District 7 3A Baseball Tournament Championship round as the Upperman Bees take on the Stone Memorial Panthers. I'm Noah McKay on the call here on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. Thrilled to be joined in the Jeff P.D. Goolsby press box by my broadcast partner, Jacob Vinson. Moments away from first pitch in a potential game 1 of 2. Stone Memorial needs to win 2 to win this district. If Upperman wins just 1, they will be the district tournament champions. Chris Worsing on the mound for the Bees. 2 teams in very different spots in their rotation. And let's call a spade, Jacob. This is a David and Goliath situation as the regular season champ Upperman Bees try to roll their way through this district tournament. Stone trying to stand in their way.
Well, these 2 teams, the number 1 and the number 2 seed here in the district championship game. But you look in that district semifinal round, and Upperman won it 10-0 in 5 innings, and obviously got 5 runs across in that bottom of the 5th to walk it off in a run rule fashion. This Upperman team, they've been playing some really good baseball, obviously. 2 wins here in the district tournament, 8-4 against Cumberland County in comeback fashion, 10-0 against Stone Memorial after Stone lost that game in the semifinals, had to go down to the losers bracket. And it was a little bit of dramatics for him against Sparta the other night. 4-3, they were able to walk it off in the bottom of the 7th. Drake Scarborough was the hero in that game for Stone Memorial. And you said it, though. The big difference in this game, Upperman has Chris Worsing going. He has been really, really good this year on the mound. On the other side, they got Talon Hurd going, and he is a starter for the Stone Memorial team. But he has not been that great against Upperman in the past. Hadn't pitched in a while against him, but going back to last year, did not have his best stuff.
Yeah, the Bees have what they feel is their trump card on the mound in a 3rd game as they move into the postseason. It is their sophomore right-hander, Chris Worsing, a 2.19 ERA, 5-3 on the season. This is his 12th appearance. That leads the team. It's his 9th start in 44 2/3 innings. He has 54 strikeouts with 18 walks, just 14 earned runs allowed, with teams hitting .225 against Chris Worsing. First pitch of the ball game for him is a strike. Into Griffin Templeton. The Panthers line up like this. Templeton leads them off. The pitcher, Talon Hurd, bats second. Gage Eldridge is the third baseman, batting third. Here comes the 0-1 from Worsing, and it's quickly 0-2. Drake Scarborough, the right fielder, bats fourth. Titus Bisbee bats fifth. The first baseman, Kyle Hinch, batting sixth. Tanner Bowman's the center fielder. He bats seventh. Schaefer Sitton, the second baseman, batting eighth. And Cade Wilson, the catcher, batting ninth. That pitch looked like it was right down the middle. It's called a ball, and it's 1-2 to Griffin Templeton.
Yeah, and Chris is already upper 80s with the fastball early on in this contest as well.
Biggest start game-wise in his high school career. He rips off the breaking ball there at 70 miles an hour, and it's 2-2 to Templeton. For the Panthers, they understand they're going to have to score quite a few runs today against this Upperman offense. Easier said than done, the 2-2. This one flicked up into the air. Braden Green gives chase, and it's a bloop single for Griffin Templeton. That will help for Stone. And a little bit of house money for them. This is the first time they've ever made the region tournament in school history. They're 0-3 against the Bees so far this season, but feel like if they can get into a dogfight here, they can have a chance.
No, that's a tremendous start. You get behind 2-2 and able to just bloop that one out into center field. And now Talon Hurd going to try to continue it here for the Panthers. And, of course, Stone Memorial coming off the emotional win just last night. They're trying to keep it going.
And one of the hallmarks for Worsing, this one's tailor-made over to Yano. Flip to second for one. Throw to first, not in time. It gets away, but rookie Allison there. It's a fielder's choice as Hurd will reach. He's got a ton of speed there. No problem for him. Runner at first as he trades places with Templeton to bring in Gage Eldridge. For Chris Worsing, it's not working clean all the time. It's not the high dominant strikeout stuff we've seen Alec Wilson have, but he's been able to work through innings very well as he's moved through this season, especially once his defense has been set behind him ever since basketball season ended. A whole bunch of unearned runs to him early as that pitch drops in for strike one.
And he has pitched against some really good lineups this season as well. So taking on Stone Memorial is not going to be out of the normal for him.
He turned into the Tuesday starter late in the season for this team. Hurd bounces around out there. That breaking ball rips across. Just misses 1-1.
How about the sun popping out?
I forgot what it looked like.
First time in a while.
Yeah, weather much better today than it has been, certainly at first pitch. Worsing delivers another pitch. That one dots up the outside corner, and it's 1-2.
He's going with that breaking ball, the off-speed pitch early on here, and been able to locate it well. Getting to 2 strikes again. We'll see if he's able to put him away this time.
Worsing with a look back as Hurd bounces off. That was close, but Hurd was able to bounce back. He's kind of jumping around, and he got him as he went to his right, but dives back in safely. 1-2 coming to Gage Eldridge. Slides and deals. Runner goes, and the hit and run works to perfection. And Hurd around second, heading for third. Holroyd going to try and throw. It'll one-hop in, and here comes Stone with runners at the corners in inning number 1 of this district championship game. And that, again, hit and run to perfection. That was right to Alec Wilson's spot, and instead it's into right field.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what you're looking for if you're Stone Memorial. Getting off to a hot start. Already a couple of hits, couple of runners on, and now Drake Scarborough, who was the hero last night against White County, will have a good opportunity here with a runner at third base.
He moves up in the lineup just a little bit here today. From that 8-hole all the way up to the cleanup spot. He's got a lot of speed. And the first pitch is across at the knees for strike 1 from Worsing. I mentioned the weather. It's 58 degrees outside, a little sunlight. Stone has to win 2. Upperman just has to win 1 as the first pitch misses up. The Bees win the first one, we're done. If Stone wins it, we'll go to a winner-take-all game 2 later on.
This has been a good rivalry in terms of baseball these last few years, and obviously with this on the line as well, it's going to be a lot of fun between these two teams.
Stone and Upperman always have pretty good games as Eldridge takes off for the hit and run on again, but this one's fouled out by Scarborough. And it's 1-2 for the Bees. It's been dominance in District 7 AAA. They've lost 2 games in 4 seasons. One back the year they won the state championship to Cumberland County. One last year to Livingston Academy. 12 up, 12 down this year. 1-2 pitch coming to Scarborough. Instead, a throw over from Worsing. Eldridge dives back in. Typically not a huge base-stealing threat, but because of the runner at third, they want to put him in motion.
And just trying to catch him off guard. Maybe you steal one.
Worsing with a 1-2 to Scarborough. Slides and deals. That's called strike 3. Throw down to second. Now a throw back home. He could have tagged him. Instead, a throw down. Stone scores, and Eldridge goes to third. A mistake by the Bees. A rare mistake by the infield, and the Panthers capitalize with another runner at third.
That's a good job, and that's why you do it on first and third. And able to get the strikeout, so you get the out there. But then, yeah, you throw down. You get that third out at second base. You would have been out of the inning, and the run wouldn't have mattered.
It's a Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout. Yano's thinking that it's going to be a rundown, but Eldridge had committed to coming to the bag. If he tags him, he does beat it there, and the inning's over. So a break for the Panthers. See if they can turn it into 2 as the first pitch misses a little bit up here to Titus Bisbee. It's a good job of base running by the Panthers, and they capitalize on the mistake. The 1-0, bunt shown again. A pretty good one down the third base line. Shoot with a long way to come, and everybody's safe. A perfectly executed squeeze with 2 outs for Titus Bisbee, and the Panthers get what they needed. An early lead, it's 2-0.
That's great, especially after being gifted one there. Really gifted a couple of runs because he should have been out of the inning with the throw down to second base. And instead, you're able to get one across, the good bunt there, and able to reach base safely.
Great start for the Panthers here on the road. They coming off that win last night in dramatic fashion, a walk-off, parlaying it into a good first inning, at least in the top half. And Chris Worsing trying to settle in out there. Bisbee with his lead over at first. How good was he on the mound a day ago as the first pitch is across for strike 1. In the field today for the Bees, rookie Allison catches the balls and strikes. Alec Wilson's at first. Braden Green at second. Third baseman's Carson Shoup. Juju Yano is at short. Here comes the 0-1, and there's that breaking ball again. Caught a ball, 1-1. Evan Huddleston's in left, Carson Holroyd's in right, and Justin Fallon man center. It is now very sunny outside.
Finally.
The 1-1. That one swung on and missed. 1-2 to Kyle Hench, the first baseman. Panthers knew they needed runs. They've got 2 of them early. Probably know they need more than that today. Here comes the 1-2. Tight zone so far. It's 2-2.
He's got a little changeup going today as well. He's got the breaking ball, the changeup, and then the fastball. That time, the changeup there.
Yeah, I was picking up the same thing you were. That's the first time we've seen it from Chris Worsing. The 2-2. Runner goes. That one called. Strike 3. The inning's over. And the throw would have got him as well. It's 4 outs in the frame for the Bees. A Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout, but not before the Panthers strike for 2. in this district championship round. We'll head to the bottom half of the first and our first look at the Bees offense when we come back. This is the District 7 3A tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics on UCR.
Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer with a huge selection of outdoor power equipment including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR. Discover this stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145.
Welcome back. Talon Hurd to the mound for the Stone Memorial Panthers. He's got a 2-0 lead. The Panthers strike. Some nice base running. Hurd scored the first run, and then an RBI on a bunt by Titus Bisbee gives him a 2-0 lead. His first start in a little while for Talon Hurd. He's going to face an Upperman lineup that bats 1 through 9 like this. Leading things off is the sophomore pitcher, Chris Worsing. Braden Green bats second. The center fielder, Justin Fallon, bats third. Alec Wilson's the first baseman. He cleans it up for the Bees. Ricky Allison's the catcher, batting fifth. The third baseman, Carson Shoup, bats sixth. Juju Yano's the shortstop. He bats seventh. The right fielder, Carson Holroyd, batting eighth. And rounding out the order is the left fielder, Evan Huddleston. Last outing was back on April 23rd for Talon Hurd.
Yeah, against White County, got the start, went 3 innings, 2 hits allowed, 4 runs, but only one of those was earned. Big number here, 5 walks in those 3 innings, 2 strikeouts through 67 pitches, 33 of those were strikes.
Talon Hurd, last pitch against the Bees back in March of 2024. 3 1/3, allowed 8 hits, 9 runs, 7 of them earned. 1 strikeout, 1 walk. He'll look for a better outing today. Chris Worsing climbs in. He broke it open a day ago against the Panthers in that first game yesterday where he hit a bases clearing 3 RBI double near the center field fence. He's been great at the plate all season long, batting .387 with 24 runs batted in and a homer. First pitch was a ball to Talon Hurd. Now he steps off. He's usually the catcher, of course, so a little bit of a different alignment. Cade Wilson moves from second to behind the dish today for Coach Stokes. As Worsing sends this one into left, into the surprise of nobody. Mr. Consistency has a leadoff single for the Bees.
Yeah, that's exactly what you expect from Chris Worsing, and he has been an absolute menace in that leadoff spot, able to reach base safely. And now Braden Green, who he found a little bit of it yesterday as well with a couple of hits.
Second 2-run deficit the Bees have faced in this tournament. The last one against Cumberland County. Down 4-2 in the fifth. They answered with a 6 spot. Stone wants to avoid that here and work through some early traffic. Worsing at first, and here comes Braden Green as Talon Hurd will be forced to go out of the stretch. Green shows bunt. That one misses outside, ball 1. And, of course, Wilson, usually the second baseman, he's got a decent arm behind the dish, but we'll see how aggressive the Bees are on the base paths, especially early on if they want to test him.
And Talon Hurd about 76, 77 with that fastball.
The 1-0. That one bounces it way up into the air. Wilson has no idea where it is, and Chris Worsing looks back, and he's going to turn for 3 and be in safely on the wild pitch. A potential deficit cutting run 90 feet away for the Bees.
And that one's just tough. Wilson goes down to block it. It pops straight up in the air, goes all the way to the backstop, has no clue where it went. Took him a while to find it. Chris Worsing running hard the whole time, and he's able to make it into third base safely.
Yeah, he knows that Wilson knew he blocked it, so he's kind of looking beneath him, and it pops straight up into the air.
It's one where it just kind of runs up your whole arm and continues going.
Now it's a 2-0 rather to Green. That pitch pretty close, but Green, the smallest zone in the order, just a little bit up, and the Stone fans chirping. It was a tight zone in the top half, and we mentioned it. That continues. Here comes the 3-0. That one misses, ball 4. Nick's Restaurant walk, and Braden Green with a big couple of hand claps towards his dugout as he sets the table for Upperman's all-time hits leader. Here comes Justin Fallon.
Well, and I know we said 12-0 for Upperman, but, I mean, there's a lot of animosity between these two teams. I mean, they were talking to each other even after the game yesterday when it was 10-0. So this game means a little something to them.
And Stone, they haven't been one of those teams to beat them, but Stone Memorial does not like Upperman most times. That one tips away. Here comes Worsing for home. Wilson slides, throw there, not in time. He's safe. Green now stuck out, throw behind him. He slides back in safely, and it's 1-0 for the Bees, or pardon me, 2-1 for the Bees. They get the one across.
And haven't even had to swing the bat either. A 1-0 count here to Fallon, able to score the run without swinging the bat, and it's been 5 straight balls thrown by Talon Hurd.
And that's going to be scored a wild pitch. Tipped off the glove of Wilson, and the Bees looking to get right back in it in a hurry. From 2-0, it's 2-1.
8 pitches so far for Talon Hurd, 2 strikes.
I.e. what I was trying to get to before. I misspoke. A turn back for Hurd, and Green jumps back. Fallon at the plate. Alec Wilson behind him, and Fallon sends that inside pitch foul. Tennessee Tech signee. He's going to stay home and play for Matt Braga, the team 1 half game back of first place in the Ohio Valley Conference. Took 1 year for Coach Braga to re-rack him and be ready to go after his return to Cookeville. A look back for Hurd. He's trying to settle in. The 1-1. This one rolled over towards third. It's fielded cleanly. Green gets caught in a rundown. Now a throw behind him. The tag, did he get him? He did. Base running mistake out there in scoring position. And a run heads over to first in the form of Fallon on the fielder's choice, and a really nice job by the third baseman, Gage Eldridge.
Well, that's why you look the runner back. If he's that far off the bag and you've got a chance to throw it behind him, you're going to. And a nice job by Gage Eldridge. And now you take that lead runner in out of scoring position. You still got a runner on, but you make him a little bit further away.
It was a great pump fake by Eldridge as well. Green was kind of waiting there, hoping he would throw down so he can move to third. And Talon Hurd, see if that out settles him in. He dots up the outside corner with strike one. Really nicely done over there by the third baseman for Stone. Fallon has not been booking it. He's not going to try and steal. Couldn't tell you where it misses. The breaking ball for both pitchers. Umpire has not liked it as it's dove across the zone.
It's got to be right inside the lines.
Throw
if they're
behind.
going to be called a strike today.
Fallon has not even attempted to steal a bag. We do not expect him to today outside of a wild pitch situation. That one bounces in, and there's a great example. If Fallon is booking it and that hammy's 100%, he's running there, stays put.
And of course, been a little bit chillier these last couple of days as well. He did look like he's running a little bit harder in the yesterday's game.
That one gets away, and now he will head back into scoring position over to second. Hurd trying to find the groove here. For Alec Wilson, 22 consecutive games reaching base. It's pretty good. Dating back to that Saturday, which was a disaster for the Bees in Murfreesboro.
Yes.
17-3 since that game.
Yeah, now Hurd just not comfy on the mound with the runners at scoring position and a 3-1 count to a really good batter.
Alec Wilson awaits Talon Hurd, trying to keep the lead. That pitch dips away, ball 4, another Nick's Restaurant walk. Second of the inning, so runners at first and second for rookie Allison. Batting .283, that number's increasing in recent weeks, and he has 19 runs batted in, trying to join the 20 RBI club with a hit into the outfield.
And this is what Hurd has struggled with here, are these walks. He had the 5 walks against White County in 3 innings in his last start just a little bit over a week and a half ago. And that's what he's struggling with right now.
Trent Stokes was really smart with his pitchers this week, so he does have some places he can go. Titus Bisbee gone. Outside of that, he's got options, and Griffin Templeton jumps to the front of your mind behind Talon Hurd today, potentially.
And possibly a Schaefer Sitton, but he is not fresh.
And, of course, Stone at this point with a 2-1 lead, they're wanting to play 2 today, and you got to keep that in mind. What happens if you play a second game? 1-0, there's a good pitch. Cross 1-1. 2 runs in the top half for the Panthers. The Bees have 1 back. Then have 1 out there on a fielder's choice. A 1-1. Allison sends this one way up into the air. In foul territory. It's staying in the park. Wilson gives chase, and he's able to pin it for out number 2.
That's a really good job by Wilson, able to find it, and you're able to kind of guide it in. You had a couple of players helping you out if you were able to, or if you weren't able to haul it in. That's a big second out, especially with the runners at first and second, and a good opportunity for the Bees. Now you got to try to get that final out and keep that lead.
Could be an opportunity for huge momentum for the Panthers as we near the end of the first inning. Here comes Carson Shoup. The Bees have done a ton of damage with 2 outs, including yesterday against Stone when they broke it open. It is a tight strike zone. That's called a ball, 1-0.
Yeah, it's you're not getting the corners today.
Talon Hurd not happy about that one. He a little frustrated out there. Can't say I blame him. The 1-0. That's the same pitch.
Same
1-1
exact spot, if not even a tiny bit further out.
It's usually a pretty good zone back there, but we've had a weird first inning right now. We mentioned in the top half. It's tight. The 1-1. That one misses up, and it's 2-1. Shoup at the plate. Yano behind him. 2-1 lead here for Stone as the sun blares down here in Baxter. A 2-1 to Shoup. That one misses upstairs, and a hitter's count now 3-1.
It's not exactly the guy you want to load the bases with.
Chuchu Yano, he's Mr. Clutch over there for the Bees. The team leader in RBIs, tied for that mark with Chris Worsing. That one finds the zone, and we run full 3-2 with 2 on and 2 out. Big moment here early on in this championship round. What does Talon Hurd go to this time? The 3-2 payoff pitch? No, he'll look Justin Fallon back. And Shoup going to call time and step out.
And I like that as well. Hurd, when he steps off, he gets back on quickly and he's ready to go, trying to throw that timing off a little bit.
Now here's the 3-2 payoff pitch. Runners go. Shoup flares this one up in the air. Right fielder has a beat on it the whole way and makes the catch to retire the side. No problem for Drake Scarborough. And Talon Hurd and the Panthers strand 2 on the base paths. We'll head to the second. It's 2-1. This is the District 7 3A tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
Fast start offensively for both teams, and it's the Panthers on the row with a 2-1 advantage as we head to the second. 7, 8, 9 due up for them. And Chris Worsing out there is probably thinking, I should have been out of this inning. His defense let him down a little bit behind him. The Panthers capitalized a really smart base running, and they have the lead into the second.
Yeah, they had a chance to tag a runner out at second base. No runs across. Would have been 0-0 heading to the bottom of 1. Instead, that one run comes across, and then a great bunt by Titus Bisbee brings another one across. And again, Chris Worsing, been throwing it well. Going to just have to continue to do so and trying to trust his defense.
Tanner Bowman in the box here. First pitch was across for strike 1. And now it's quickly 0-2 for Chris Worsing, who had 2 Thompson Machinery and Capital Store strikeouts in the first inning. Here comes the 0-2. This one slap foul. We'll do it again.
He's been sitting mid-80s. He's gotten it up to 87 so far early on in this game. We know he can get it up to 90. We've seen it.
The 0-2 for Worsing. This one swung on and missed. It is back-to-back Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeouts dating back to the first. It'll bring up Schaefer sitting.
Yeah, just straight fastballs that time. We've seen him mix in the changeup a couple of times, the breaking ball in there as well. Doesn't have to go to either of them there, and able to get the first out of the inning.
The changeup's new to us watching. The first pitch, now he sends the breaking ball across. It's 1-0. Calls it a slider, so we'll go with that. Schaefer sitting. Watches that one across at the knees, and 83 on the gun that time for Chris Worsing on the mound, the sophomore, working quickly. The 1-1. This one rolled over towards Yano at short, and it gets right under him. And he's 6, sitting, rounds first, and he's in safely.
It's not too often you see that from Juju Yano at short. And for Stone Memorial, that's what you want to see out there. Already a couple of errors in the field from a very short glove at shorts. And so you got to use that to your advantage and try to bring them around.
Panthers playing with a little chip on their shoulder. The Bees a little bit flat in the field. That's two uncharacteristic mistakes for them. Cade Wilson, the catcher, the 9-hole hitter, trying to flip it over here with a 1 out. I'd love to become a second base runner, but we'll see if they try and drop a bunt down. Carson Shoup's expecting it. He's creeping in over at third. He now shows bunt immediately. Runner stays put, pulls back. It's a strike. 0-1. You know, you got to be careful over there if you're sitting with Ricky Allison behind the plate. Loves to throw behind runners. Wilson shows bunt again. Will he drop it this time? No. Slaps this one into right at Holroyd, and it one hops to him. Throw over to first. Got him. Carson Holroyd uncorks one from right field and beats the runner by half a step. A very unconventional ground out.
Yeah, and what a job by Carson Holroyd. A great throw from right field. Wilson not expecting it. He was already rounding, so he kind of took him off the base path a little bit and I think slowed him down just enough. And then he realized too late that Carson Holroyd was bringing it to first.
Griffin Templeton let it off with a single. He's got a runner at second. Could be a big run. Strike one is across. Apologies for the eardrums blowing out, but when the volume jumps up immediately around us, sometimes it does.
we can't account for that.
Yeah, we can. A glance back. Now here comes the 0-1. And quickly ahead, and that looked like Change-up again. And a 3-pitch rotation for Chris Worsing. That's what the world wanted to see. More of this kid learning how to throw. If your opponent's for him, sorry about that. High leg kick, the 0-2. A little check swing. This could be trouble, and it is a fair ball. Drops in fair territory. Holroyd's throw home, and it's going to be one of the weirder RBI singles you've ever seen for Griffin Templeton.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate for the Bees and for Chris Worsing right there, and for Griffin Templeton saying thank you, and that's that excuse me swing that we've been talking about. You're not really trying to swing. You get the barrel on it, and well, when you've got a pretty high-velocity guy on the mound and you just kind of check it out there, it'll still go a little bit.
The check swing into right field for an RBI, and the Panthers get that run right back to take a 3-1 advantage. Talon Hurd will climb in, reached on a fielder's choice, and Chris Worsing's out there on the mound saying, "Are you kidding me?" 3 runs across in unconventional fashion for the Panthers, and they are capitalizing on their opportunities. Pitch number 33 for him early on. That'll be something to watch. Misses up and in to Talon Hurd.
And like Petey just said, too, no earned runs yet either.
Yeah, what the discrepancy over there is that one's across for a strike for Worsing on the season. Now he's up to 26 runs allowed. Only 14 of them have been earned. He's thinking, somebody make a play. Nobody can make a play on that check swing for Templeton. That one, did it hit him on the back? It sure did, and Hurd heads down to first. The Panthers looking for more. Runners at first and second for Gage Eldridge, who has a single already. And here comes Dalton Drombarger, the pitching coach, to have a word with his pitcher.
Just coming out to calm him down, and that might be the conversation. Hey, you're throwing it pretty well. Those 3 runs across, none of them really your fault. And so keep throwing it well, get out of this inning, and then bring your offense back to the plate and try to get them going a little bit. Obviously, he's got the only hit so far for the Bees, and they're trying to get that going a little bit more.
And we talked about for Stone, how do they win this first game? Put runs up early. Get this thing into a high-scoring affair. They're doing the job so far at 3-1. A lot of baseball still to go, obviously. It's 2 outs, runners at first and second. Gage Eldridge scored a run, and he was part of that kind of fluke. Well, that fluky is the wrong word. A forced mistake play by Stone Memorial as he took second, and then the throw back home wasn't in time. The speedy Hurd able to dive in safely for run number 1.
And then sometimes the ball's just bouncing your way. Right now for Stone Memorial, it's absolutely going that way, and that's what Chris Worsing's thinking on the mound. He's like, man, can I get one? Similar to Goose on the golf course. Can I get one
the answer was
to
no
go my
for
way?
Him. The answer was no for him today. That wasn't funny. Not funny at all. We're seeing kicks and deals. This one rolled over towards Shoup, and he'll take the short route over to third for the force, and that will retire this side. One pitch after the mound visit. We head to the bottom half. It's 3-1 Panthers. This is the District 7 3A tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Proudly introducing Upper Cumberland Generators for all your home power solutions. Locally owned and operated, Upper Cumberland Generators are here to make sure you have peace of mind no matter the situation. With new and reliable generators. Call 931-265-1702 for more information or to order yours today. Upper Cumberland Generators is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Welcome back. A great start for the Panthers. 3-1. They got to win 2 in a row against the Bees today to win the District 7 3A title. Upperman looking to win 1 of potentially 2. Talon Hurd back on the mound. He's going to face 7, 8, 9 in the Upperman order, and he would love a quick inning and try to continue to build momentum as we move through this ball game.
Yeah, he had a lot of action on the base path there from the Bees in the first inning, but only 1 hit allowed. He did walk a couple of batters, so if he's able to clean that up a little bit, bring in more in the zone, try to work those edges, which it's going to be a little bit more difficult today. Seems like that zone is very, very tight, at least early on. We'll see if the Panthers are maybe able to pull something off here in game number 1, and then who knows in game number 2.
Over in District 8, AAA, Lawrence County leads Murfreesboro Central Magnet 2-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Winner of that game will take on Tullahoma in that championship game, and will make a trip to the Upper Cumberland on Friday as the first pitch for Hurd misses up to Juju Yano. Yano batting .303 on the campaign. Time for the team lead with 24 RBIs. He has a home run, a triple, and 8 doubles. And that one dips away, and it's quickly 2-0. He also, though, has struck out 24 times, second on the team. And him and 7 and 8, Yano and Holroyd, it's been boom or bust in that regard. In this part of the order, the 2-0. That one misses low, and it's 3-0 here, and this has been the problem for Hurd. Pitch is missing, and the walks. Upperman. And a couple of pop-outs late, able to and out just a little bit, and that's a 4-pitch Nick's Restaurant walk. Third already on the mound. Yano, with a ton of speed, heads down to first and sets the table for Carson Holroyd. And is it small ball time for Wes Shanks? We'll wait and see.
We'll see. It's 7 and 8 and 9 have been swinging it well, but would not be surprised, especially Coach Shanks. He's been going to that small ball a lot more this year. Gage Eldridge is already cheating in a little bit there at that third base box, and Holroyd, he can bunt it. We'll see if they can maybe push it between third and the mound, maybe kind of at shortstop, and try to push it a little bit harder, make it a little bit more difficult.
Holroyd leads the team in stolen bases with 6 out of 7 attempts, so he can book it down the line. Evan Huddleston behind him, nobody out. Just a 4-pitch walk, so we'll see if they watch one, if nothing else. Yano takes his lead at first. It's a healthy one. He's 4 for 4 on the campaign. Holroyd shows bunt, pulls back. Yano heads down, throw off the mark. And it is a Turfmaster stolen base. Turfmaster is an all-inclusive sponsor at UCR. You see the field, it's in really good shape because our friends at Turfmaster's Landscape Management, despite the rain that we've had the past few days.
Yeah, they did a great job, them and the coaching staff as well, the players, and had it tarped and then able to get the water off the field that was still on there, able to get the games in yesterday, and pretty good today.
1-0 for Carson Holroyd, and now he's going to swing away. First strike of the inning across for Talon Hurd. It's a nice job on that throw down by second baseman Schaefer Sitton to go back and get it, keep it from going into the outfield. Now Holroyd was going to show bunt again. Hurd flips around. Tell you about the alignment for Stone defensively coming up here momentarily. The 1-1. Holroyd shows bunt. Can't get it down. It's a strike, 1-2. Cade Wilson catches the balls and strikes. Kyle Hinch is at first. Schaefer sitting over at second. Third baseman is Gage Eldridge with Griffin Templeton at short. The left fielder's Titus Bisbee. Drake Scarborough's in right, and Tanner Bowman man center for the Panthers today. 1-2 for Carson Holroyd. Runner at second, nobody out. Bottom of the second inning. It's 3-1 for the Panthers. The 1-2. That one dips away, and it's 2-2.
I like that curveball there. Your head 1-2. Throw something off the plate, try to get a chase. Now 2-2, and go a little bit closer.
Hadn't thrown it a ton yet. He's trying to locate that fastball still. Another look back. Just the token forcing Yano to take a couple steps closer to the bag.
Yeah, that's all he's got to do. They're not even covering him.
The 2-2. That one bounces in, and a nice job by Wilson. Not the everyday catcher, but he's got to be good today in this place with this backstop.
It's really tough to do here. The biggest backstop in 7 AAA.
Biggest park as well. 325 to the poles, 375 to center, 345 into the gaps. Glance back. 3-2 payoff pitch, just foul tipped on that inside fastball. We'll do it again.
That's one where it might be ball 4, but it's close enough. You do want to pull the trigger at it just in case, and you said it just barely tipped it. It stays alive for another one.
Up to 34 pitches for Talon Hurd out there through one complete inning, plus a couple of batters. Another 3-2 coming here. Holroyd awaits. Yano's talking to Hurd, and now time going to be called. Was a good pitch, but Holroyd called time. That was going to be strike 3 if he doesn't swing. Did we mention it's a little chirpy down there, as you would expect when Stone and Upperman get together? A 3-2 payoff pitch. Holroyd smacks this one into left. A long way to go, and a nice job making the catch. Little slip for Bisbee at first, but he's able to get there in time for out number 1.
Yeah, that ball hit pretty well, but Bisbee read it well off the bat, tailing to his right, and the right-handed glove able to make a nice catch. And still, good opportunity here for the Bees, though. You got a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Just trying to move him over and try to bring him in, get another run on the board.
Here's Evan Huddleston batting .314 on the campaign out of the 9-hole with 13 RBIs. Got a runner at second. The Panthers lead by 2. See if that out locks Talon Hurd back in on the mound after a big battle. Huddleston shows bunt, pulls back as that one misses a little bit outside.
Live on the Hub Plus channel today as well.
And YouTube, Facebook, and the NFHS Network. We welcome you in wherever you're watching this evening. Good crowd tuning in already. Another look back. Hurd knows Yano's out there. What will Evan Huddleston do on the 1-0? He shows bunt. Pitch misses up. 2-0. And the strike zone has eluded Talon Hurd. 36 pitches, 14 strikes. 37 pitches, 14 strikes. Here comes the 2-0. Huddleston, that was just the token show. He was pulling back the whole way, and it's 2-1. Good pitch on the inside corner for Talon Hurd.
Yeah, that's a good get across one. You said it. Struggled to find the strike zone so far. Well under 50% in strikes thrown versus the pitches he's thrown.
3-1. That one inside. Pardon me, 2-1. Now it's 3-1. And Chris Worsing looming on deck. You got the 2-run lead if you're Stone, but you know how quickly this Upperman team can strike. They did it yesterday with a 5 spot in the 5th to end it. Every time you have a chance at an out, you better get it. The 3-1 to Huddleston. He's taking the whole way. That one drops in, and we run full with 3-2.
It's a really good curveball, especially on 3-1. And he's thrown it a couple of times, and it's been pretty solid.
That one turned in perfectly. Another 3-2 payoff pitch. Do it again. Called strike 3 on the breaking ball. A big punch out for Talon Hurd. It's his first against the 9-hole hitter. And Chris Worsing will stride in, trying to extend the frame. And again, that one gets a groan from the home fans. It's been a little bit inconsistent behind the plate. That time Hurd the beneficiary.
Yeah, and that's one where it might be close enough that he might try to foul it off anyways. But that's a really good pitch for Talon Hurd to get there. That's a big strikeout in that spot as well to get the second out of the inning with a runner in scoring position.
Chris Worsing singled and came around to score back in the first inning. Back in here in the second for Hurd. Gave up the walk, then down in the count. Had a couple of full counts in a row. He's gotten 2 outs out of it. Trying to Stride over into that dugout. Another look back. Yano's not going anywhere right now with 2 outs. Hurd comes quickly. Worsing sends it up the middle, long way for Bowman. He lays down. He can't make the catch. Tips off the glove. Worsing rounds 1, heading to second. Here comes the throw, not in time. It's going to be an RBI Rico double for Chris Worsing. The Bees back within a run.
Yeah, and Hurd was very close to balking there. I don't know if he came set for that full second. And it doesn't matter for Chris Worsing. He ropes it into center field. Bowman made a really nice effort on it. About the second time he's had one pop out of the glove on the diving attempt. And Chris Worsing gets the job done, drives a run home, and now Cody Lowe comes on to run for him.
Yeah, he had to go in the full Superman, did Bowman, and it hit the glove, just popped out. That's a very tough play. Cody Lowe to run for Chris Worsing, who now leads the team with 25 runs batted in. It's his second hit of the day. He's really, really good. And here comes Braden Green, who walked and then got caught in a rundown by Gage Eldridge back in the first inning. He's trying to extend it here. Talon Hurd still has a 1-run lead, but the potential tying run in scoring position. First pitch misses outside to Braden Green, 1-0.
Well, and right now for the Bees, one time through the lineup, and then the leadoff guy up. 2 hits, both of them Chris Worsing.
That was barreled by him into center. 1-0, that one just outside, 2-0. And we talked about Chris Worsing earlier off the air. He's really, really good.
He is.
And he is getting better by the day. Hurd trying to find the zone again. The 2-0, that'll do it. Nicely done, 2-1.
They've been able to work these counts. He's already up to 45 pitches here in the bottom of the second, so that pitch count is definitely getting up there for Talon Hurd.
Upperman would love to get into the bullpen today for Stone, who's had to play an extra game, and obviously it was a high-leverage game down to the wire. 3-1. That pitch just missed outside to Braden Green. The ever-dangerous Justin Fallon looming on deck. The 3-1. That's ball 4. Misses inside. A Nick's Restaurant walk, and now it's runners at first and second. Here comes that man. Justin Fallon reached on a fielder's choice his first time up, and not before Trent Stokes will stride out. And he wants to have a discussion knowing the importance of this moment as Stone does lead 3-2. They have the 2 outs in the bottom of the second, but you can't make a mistake to this young man in the batter's box.
Well, I think that's 4 walks already, so that's the conversation right now. You said it, up to 48 pitches, only 19 of them have been strikes, so it's been a struggle finding the strike zone, and you really don't want to give any free bases to this Bees team, especially with Justin Fallon, who has fallen into a little bit of a slump here. Obviously, he got into the hit record, and I mean, yeah, he's still batting .444, but for his standards here in these last few games, it has been a slump, and so he's trying to get out of that, and this would be a big opportunity to do so.
Well, batting .444, but the number that jumps out for Justin Fallon now, just 1 home run on the season, and he's definitely got home run power, and everybody knows it. The question is, when's it going to happen? This Panthers really hoping it's not today. And this is a big moment for Talon Hurd on the mound. Runners at first and second. There's an RBI double for Chris Worsing. His runner is Cody Lowe at second. Braden Green just walked. He's at first. First pitch, pretty good one. Just misses 1-0. And again, that's the pitch that struck out Evan Huddleston earlier on. And when we say inconsistent, that's what we're talking about. Because Talon Hurd's thinking that should be a strike there. Comes the 1-0. Fastball. That one sent a mile up into the air. Beat on it in left. Angling back. And it just does stay in the ballpark. Another lead into the third for Stone Memorial. It's 3-2 as they strand 2 more Bees on the base paths. This is the District 7 3A tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Turfmasters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turfmasters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RICO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Chris Worsing back to work. It is the Panthers leading 3-2 in the top of the third. They've got to win 2 today to win the district title. The Bees looking to win 1 to finish off a 13-0 run through District 7 AAA play. Not so great score update across the county, Jacob.
Yeah, Cookeville was up 2-0 on Wilson Central. That is a winner-go-home game to get into the district championship. Playing Wilson Central down 5-2 in the bottom of the 6th.
Cavaliers went undefeated through regular season in district play, but now find themselves on the doorstep of elimination. Drake Scarborough struck out looking his first time up. He'll stride in here for attempt number 2 against the sophomore right-hander Chris Worsing.
You see Alec Wilson there. He had to get the sunglasses and had to deal with the sun over there at first base the last few days, and fortunately today they have.
36 pitches through 2 frames for Worsing out there. First pitch here, sent up in the air by Scarborough. That's well struck. Long way for Huddleston to go, but he has a beat on it, and Evan Huddleston makes the catch for out number 1.
That's a really nice catch, as he was kind of playing in on Scarborough and had to make a pretty good run on it back towards the wall and able to make the catch.
And the Bees feel like they've got a lot of range in the outfield with Holroyd, Huddleston, and Fallon. Quickly in, ready to go is Titus Bisbee. Had a perfect bunt for an RBI back in the first inning. See what he does here with nobody on and 1 down. First pitch misses for ball 1. A couple times in the warm-ups, Worsing's foot slipped when he hit the bottom of that mound. Interesting to watch that for both pitchers. Comes the 1-0. That one waved at and missed. 1-1. Bisbee at the plate. Kyle Hinch behind him as Stone tries to put more traffic out there. They've been all over the base paths through 2 innings. 1-1. There's that changeup again. 1-1. It's got some tail action on it as well. 2-1. This one fouled back. 2-2.
Yeah, and that's you can disguise it really well, because that was the fastball. It's 10 miles an hour faster, and it's got similar movement. It kind of tails away, kind of that two-seam action. Changeup just tails a little bit more and goes down.
2-2 coming to Bisbee. That one bounces in, blocked up by rookie Allison, and we have a full count, 3-2. Big pitch here, the 3-2 payoff pitch. Swung on, sent up, over the outstretched glove of Braden Green at second. A nice piece of hitting again by Titus Bisbee for a 1-out single.
That's really good on 3-2, and you're just able to do something simple with it. Put it right over the head of Braden Green, like you said, and into the outfield. And now Kyle Hinch to the plate with a runner on first. And tell you what, Stone Memorial's here to play. They got beat 10-0 the other day, and they're ready to go in this one.
Kyle Hinch struck out looking to end the first inning. Back in here. A lot of speed all over the place for the Panthers right now. 44 pitches so far for Chris Worsing. First pitch swinging. This one's fouled out of play behind Worsing today. Of course, interesting if you end up playing 2. But the Bees have rookie Allison, Carson Holroyd, and Justin Fallon. Fallon, depending on the situation, probably first up, but that's a closer role they would look for him. So if it's tied or they have a lead late, you could see him. This one chopped over towards Green, and he's able to field, throws to second in time. A tough play by Braden Green, but able to get the lead runner on the fielder's choice.
That's a really good play, because he had to pick it on that short hop as well, and then a quick turn to second. Nice play to get the lead out at second base in that second out of the inning.
So runner at first as they trade places, and Tanner Bowman 0 for 1 with a punch-out so far. Climbs in here, trying to avoid the first goose egg on the board for Stone in an inning. Scored 2 in the first, 1 in the second. They have a 3-2 lead. The Bees have scored 1 run in each inning so far. This has been a bad zone today. That's called a ball 1-0. I'm sorry, but it's true. Both ways. Worsing comes home. This one swung on and missed. 1-1. Runner at first, Kyle Hinch. He can absolutely scoot. Leans off the bag, Worsing with a glance, and there goes Hinch with a tremendous jump on the breaking ball. Allison's throw not in time. I mean, a perfect jump by Kyle Hinch for the stolen base.
Yeah, that was really good, and especially going on the breaking ball, so you're going to get a few more steps, a little bit slower velocity, and then that even behind to the left of the batters. So Allison had to go out there to get it. Now you got a runner in scoring position, ahead in the count.
2-1 for Worsing. The fastball rolled over. Redemption time maybe for Juju Yano. He delivers the throw to first in time to retire the side. Panther left in scoring position. We head to the bottom half of a 3-2 ball game. This is the District 7 3A tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment and the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team represents a dedicated group of individuals possessing a wealth of expertise in land and farm sales. They possess a range of resources at their disposal, all aimed at showcasing the innate qualities of each property. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The Panthers with the lead, 3-2. First time they haven't scored in the top half of an inning just now. 4-5-6 due up for the Bees. Wilson, Allison, and Shoup. Alec Wilson has stretched his on-base streak to 23 games with his walk back in the first inning. It's pretty impressive for number 23 at a 23-game on-base streak.
Yeah, you would love to get a hit here, though, and try to get something started in the third.
For Talon Hurd, it hasn't been hard-hit baseballs outside of Chris Worsing, who has 2 hits. It's been the walks, 4 walks mixed in, but he has stranded 4 Bees on the base path so far, just 2 across. Wilson goes chasing that one, sends it foul to play. A day ago for the Bees, if you'll remember, of course, Stone did not score, but it was 3 in the first, then 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and then they broke it open with 5 in the fifth. They have 1 in each inning so far. This one barreled up by Alec Wilson. It's a fair ball and it's extra bases. Long way to go for Titus Bisbee, and Alec Wilson will have a stand-up Rico double to lead off the second inning, or third inning rather, and he's feeling it out there at the bag.
Yeah, that ball was drilled down the line as well. A nice job by Alec Wilson, and already putting a runner into scoring position. Rookie Allison popping out into foul territory his last time up to Wilson behind the plate. We'll see if he's able to cash in here. And to your point, with Hurd on the mound, he's had 54 pitches. Only 23 of those have been strikes. So you can be patient, and then when you get something over the plate, you got to handle it.
Rookie Allison popped out in foul territory. It was a big play back in the first. Shows bunt here, gets it down the first base line, and this one gets away. Everybody's safe. A great bunt was going to be a tough play anyway, and it's going to be a base hit for Rookie Allison on a perfect bunt.
Yeah, I mean, that's really, really good from Rookie Allison. He'll get a runner on here as Rylan Case, I believe, maybe?
Case started to come out.
Rookie said no.
Well, and what's happening here is you also will have Wes Shanks, and now a game like this, that postseason experience, that's a senior out there on the base paths that you're going to trust to run. Carson Shoup flew out, hit it hard. In his first plate appearance out to right to end the first. He's got runners at the corners, tying run 90 feet away for the Bees, and again, another step off for Hurd. He's been very cognizant of runners on. 3-2 game for now. It is not anymore as Shoup barrels this one towards the gap. 1 run scores. Allison heads to third. Shoup with heads-up base running as it was bobbled out there in right. And the Bees have tied it up on the RBI by Carson Shoup.
And it's starting to turn into a hit parade as well. He said, watch a pitch. Well, it was right over the plate. And he was able to handle it right down into right center. Tie ball game at 3, and we've got a brand new ball game now. 5 hits for Stone, 5 hits for the Bees, and still nobody out here in the third.
It's going to be a RBI single for Carson Shoup. He moves up on the error in right as the ball was bobbled there. First error of the game for Stone. And here's Juju Yano, and all of a sudden, Stone, who had the momentum and was feeling it, needs to hunker down and find a way to get some outs because Yano's looking to give the Bees their first lead of the game in this district title game. A little throw over to third as Allison's back in time.
Here's a score update. York Institute is leading Smith County in the top of the 7th, 3-2. That is an elimination game.
Breaking ball across, so Smith County has their backs against the wall against the Dragons, 3-2 in the top of the 7th. Two in scoring position for the Bees. They've already brought a run across and back-to-back perfect curveballs from Talon Hurd to go ahead in the count 0-2. Really the first count all game he's been ahead in. He would love a big out here. Still a tie game. The heater low, blocked up by Wilson, 1-2.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Stokes, where do you go after this? 57 pitches right now, struggling to find the strike zone.
It's got to be Griffin Templeton, you would think. The 1-2, breaking ball. Yano rolls it over to short. They're going to take the short throw, a smart play over to third to get the lead runner. It's an RBI for Juju Yano as Allison scores. The Bees do lead. It's 4-3. And a smart play in the field by Griffin Templeton, right on cue as we say his name. They get the lead runner over at third.
Yeah, that's a really good play. And Shoop running hard the whole time, trying to slide past it. They get the run across, so that's the important part. Still only one out. You'd love to not have that out, but you get the run across, so you'll trade a run for an out.
See if that calms things down for the Panthers. And now Yano takes another lead at first. He's reached for the second time. Holroyd shows bunt, pulls back. The throw nowhere close, and it's a Turfmaster stolen base for Juju Yano.
Yeah, and I think they're finding that when they get on the base path, they're going to have some opportunities to take some bags. Obviously, Wilson, not your everyday catcher. Normally, it's Hurd on the mound, and they've been able to take advantage of that.
Was that called a strike?
I don't think so.
I think he called that a strike. He did call it a strike on the replay. Holroyd gets a bunt down right up the middle. A throw from Hurd to first in time. The sack bunt moves the runner over 90 feet. But Stone will trade that for an out. Out number 2. Here comes Evan Huddleston.
Well, now it doesn't matter that he called it a strike, I guess. Pretty good bunt by Holroyd, able to move the runner up to third base. And now Evan Huddleston trying to work his way back at it. 3-2. A curveball in the outside corner, which was a called strike. We'll see if he's able to maybe drive home another run and add on to the lead for the Bees.
Only reason it mattered because it was nowhere close to being a strike.
Correct. Yes.
Here's Evan Huddleston, 0 for 1 with a strikeout so far. First pitch swinging, and that's through into left field. Evan Huddleston, the senior, with another RBI on his campaign, and all of a sudden the Bees have flipped the script. It's 5-3.
I tell you what, the happiest person now is Chris Wersing, because you've got a 2-run advantage, and 3 of those runs that came across unearned, so now you're feeling a heck of a lot better, and a lot probably where you probably should have been a little bit earlier.
Chris Wersing will climb in. He's 2 for 2, a single, a double, an RBI, a run scored, and he strides in here with a runner at first. Another speedy runner with Evan Huddleston. We've seen the Bees turn it into a carousel on the base paths in this frame. There he goes, first pitch running. Wilson with a much better throw this time, but it tips out of the glove, and it's a Turfmaster stolen base for Evan Huddleston. It was a ball that time to Chris Wersing, who wants to put a charge into one. Talon Hurd trying to settle down here at 61 pitches. Still a 2-run game. You've done a good job offensively, but the first goose egg on one side, the 3 spot on the other, has changed the game. That one fell off the table, off the countertop, and everything else for called strike 1.
And he was tracking it well. He wanted to swing at it. I think he's probably seen until he had one across.
1-1. That one bounces, gets away from Wilson, and now Huddleston moves up 90 feet away to third.
And now you've got Chris Wersing with a 2-1 count in a great spot, who's already got a couple of hits today, and a 2-run cushion on the other side.
Cookeville down to their final 3 outs across the county, 5-2 in the bottom of the 7th inning at Tennessee Tech. Now that one, breaking ball, trying to go back to it. It misses. It's 3-1.
They'll come to the plate in the bottom of the 7th, top of the 7th right now. They did have bases loaded with 2 outs, unable to bring anybody across.
Hurd trying not to lose Wersing, but there's worse things to do than to walk him when the base is empty over at first. The 3-1. Ooh, the sophomore's going to want that one back. 3-2 right down the middle.
Oh, pretty good.
Here we go with 2 outs, runner at third. The 3-2 payoff pitch. Breaking ball misses upstairs. Ball 4. The 5th Nick's Restaurant walk worked by the Bees. Chris Wersing heads down to first. It's runners at the corners for Braden Green, who's reached twice each with a base on balls.
Yeah, and we'll see if he's maybe a little bit more aggressive here with the runners on the corners, especially just 90 feet away. And maybe you watch a pitch, see if Lowe will take second base. And the conversation here on the mound with Talon Hurd.
Second mound visit of the day for the Panthers. This time it's not Coach Stokes, so no change we don't anticipate here. How do we get here? A double for Alec Wilson led off the inning. Then a bunt single for rookie Allison. Carson Shoup had an RBI single. Juju Yano reached on a fielder's choice. Then Carson Holroyd had a sacrifice bunt. Evan Huddleston had an RBI single. Then Chris Worsing just walked. You get the gist. It's been a big inning for the Bees, but they're looking for more. Runners at the corners with 2 out.
Yeah, runners at the corners. You mentioned it, 3 runs across already, but Braden Green, he's walked a couple of times, was really good yesterday against Stone Memorial. He had that game-winning hit to make it 10-0, and hadn't been terribly aggressive and hadn't had to be. 70 pitches, only 33 have been strikes from Talon Hurd on the mound.
Hope you'll join us Wednesday for the 1A Softball District Championship round. We're going to be at Crump Paris Park for that. I'm going to go out on a limb and say the Gordonsville Tigerettes will be involved in that.
They are up on Clay County right now.
We'll be there for the championship round. May not be there very long, but we will be there for the championship round. Here's Braden Green.
We'll be in the outfield.
I'm going to get the camera out for that one.
There we go.
Be fun. And again, Hurd steps off. He does that, and sometimes it's to change up for the hitter, because then he'll quick pitch, but not this time. Runner moves from first. There is no throw. It's another Turfmaster stolen base. This time Cody Lowe goes over 90 feet in a scoring position. Opens the base up at first, but you do not want to do anything other than get Braden Green out because Justin Fallon's on deck.
Yeah, it's not advisable, I'd say.
Fallon does feel very due for something at the plate. The 1-0. And he pulled the string on the curveball, 1-1.
That was really good. 63 miles an hour on it as well. So you go from 78, drop it 15 miles an hour. Way out in front was Braden Green.
1 ball, 1 strike. And if you're Hurd, you love that swing. You're thinking, I got you right where I want you. 2 in scoring position. 3 already across. That's right down Main Street. 1-2. Green not seeing it right now out of Hurd's hands. See if he goes into attack mode or does he rip that curveball off one more time. Got to be careful. If it's in the dirt, he can try and head down to first. Here's the 1-2. He tried, but it misses upstairs with the heat. Deuce is wild. 2-2, 2 outs, 2 on.
York Institute down to, or Smith County, I'm sorry, down to their final outs. Bennett Gammon coming to the plate.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch. That one did not come out clean, and Wilson just saved a run by flashing the glove out.
That was a really good job. Obviously, you've got a lot of speed there with Evan Huddleston. Would have been coming home.
Yeah, Evan Huddleston was going to walk across home plate if Cade Wilson doesn't grab that pitch. Now we run full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. District championship game. That pitch misses. Ball 4. It's the 6th Nick's Restaurant walk, and if you're going to make a change, if you're Trent Stokes, now would be the time, because here comes Justin Fallon, who has reached on a fielder's choice and flown out, and the flyout went about 5 feet short of that fence in left field.
And you got Coach Shanks having a little conversation with him as well. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and an opportunity to maybe break this one open.
Here comes Justin Fallon in a humongous spot trying to break it open. To your point, Jacob, just a 2-run game. Man, if you're Talon Hurd and you get this out, you start to feel okay again. Stone's offense has been there in this game, but the Bees has roared to life. First pitch swing and a little check swing as he pulled the string again, 0-1.
Yeah, it's that breaking ball, just throws it in the dirt. Looks pretty good coming in, then kind of drops off.
He's tried to start it high a few times, but it's really fooled the Bees when it starts middle and falls out. The 0-1, and now he drops it right across the heart of the plate, and it's 0-2. Huge opportunity for Talon Hurd. Justin Fallon back into the batter's box. Bases loaded. Here's the 0-2. Just foul tip back, and we'll do it again. 76 pitches through 2 2/3 for Talon Hurd.
Yeah, and only 38 of them have been strikes. But he's ahead in the count here, and that's the important part.
He's got 0-2 on Fallon. Tennessee Tech signee awaits. Talon Hurd wants the pitch. Base is juiced. Here it comes. Sent way up into the air again. This one in the infield. Hinch tracking it against the setting sun, back pedals and makes the catch to strand the bases loaded. The Bees do take the lead with 3 across, but 3 more are left stranded. We'll head to the middle frames. It's 5-3. This is the District 7 3A tournament presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Tee-Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teeupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookeville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The game is flipped on its head. Upperman with a 3 spot in the bottom half of the third. They take a 5-3 lead. Stone will try to answer quickly here. 8-9-1 due up. And now Chris Worsing, who feels like he probably has been better than the 3 runs across show, has some run support, Jacob.
Yeah, and some updates across the area as well. Big upset. York Institute takes down Smith County 3-2. They are in to the district championship in 5-2A.
How about that for the Dragons? A big-time series win. They play a 3-game series there, and they're able to advance on. They're into the region tournament, so good for them.
And they will take on Watertown, I imagine.
We'll get you a Cookeville score update as well. First pitch fouled back is 0-1. Schaefer sitting at the plate. That one misses low from Chris Worsing, who's at 51 pitches on his own.
2 outs in the bottom of the 7th for Cookeville. They're down 5-2. They got a runner on first.
It's starting to turn into a little bit of Black Monday for some teams that hold deep postseason aspirations. Smith County gone. Cookeville in some trouble across the county. Here comes the 2-1. Yesterday, Pickett County pulled an upset. They get into the district championship game. Gordonsville then takes care of business. The Tigers appear to be poised to maybe make a run back to Murfreesboro. But Pickett County going to the region tournament as well in Class 1A. The 3-1 to Sitton. That one dots up the outside corner. An 83-mile-an-hour fastball. It's 3-2. It's really where Worsing's been hanging around in this game. Hadn't revved it up yet. 3-2 payoff pitch. Just misses. Ball 4. And Schaefer Sitton leads off the 4th with a leadoff walk. Stone looking for a quick answer.
Yeah, that's exactly what they needed. Get a base runner on. They've been good at moving them around, especially here this bottom part of the order. And we'll see if Wilson is going to be putting a bunt down here with Sitton at first base.
First walk of the game issued by Chris Worsing. He has hit a batter. Not a ton of strikeouts either. He has 3 so far. He throws to first. Back in time is Sitton. Sonia Brown, American Way Real Estate's tuning in. We welcome her in. So appreciate Sonia. As this one sent up into the air, right at Justin Fallon. Doesn't even have to show off the range that time. Makes the catch for out number 1.
That'll be easy on the legs.
Is it limited range or still unlimited range for Fallon out there, sir?
TBD, I think.
He did. He got kicking a little bit yesterday on one of those.
A little bit.
Again, we mentioned for the Bees, just the reality of the situation, they want him to kick it in 2 weeks in Rutherford County.
By the way, Stone Memorial and Upperman, they have showed out for this.
Yes, great crowd.
District championship game.
There's some heavy hitters in the building right now, on the field and off. First pitch breaking ball just misses. Ty Cobb. Mr. Basketball's in the building to our left.
Brosnan Chaffin down there.
A potential Mr. Football candidate next year. 3-star. That's a big deal. That is a big deal. The only starred recruit in the Upper Cumberland as the fastball dots up the outside corner here to Griffin Templeton, who's had a good day so far. 2 for 2 with an RBI. A couple of singles. Trying to see if any Stone athletes are here. Haven't made the trip down that I see. Comes the 1-1. Oh, that's a wow. Goodness gracious. You just don't know what's going to be a strike tonight.
No,
Either way,
tough.
Both teams. This is not. It's a huge game, and we've had a bad zone. 2-1. That fastball sent foul by Templeton, and quite frankly, it's tough on the pitchers, tough on the hitters too.
Mm-hmm. Now you're not sure what you can lay off of, what you can't lay off of, what you need to foul off, unless it's obviously right in the zone.
Sometimes. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle when it came across the plate. Templeton awaits the 2-2 from Worsing. Slides and deals. This one rolled over. Could be a tough play. Shoop has it on a hop. Long throw, but he makes it in time. Nicely done by Carson Shoop, who maybe is the most underrated member of this infield for the Bees for out number 2.
Yeah, that's a really good job, and he's been really good at third base all season long. We were kind of talking about it earlier today. The infield for this Bees squad has been very, very short-gloved for the most part.
To the first 2 innings of this game. Here comes Talon Hurd trying to help his own cause in a major way. A big run, it's standing in scoring position for the Panthers with 2 outs. First pitch breaking ball. Called a ball. Hurd today has reached on a fielder's choice, and he's hit by a pitch. Uh, 1-0. Swung on. Foul tipped. Cookeville season comes to an end. A 5-2 victory for Wilson Central. 5-3. My apologies. They do get 1 in the bottom half of the 7th, but that's it. Go undefeated in district play in the regular season, but fall in 2 out of 3 in the tournament, and that's all she wrote. Still a good season for him. Breaking ball there for a strike. Throw behind the runner. Tipped by Yano, and it's 1-2.
And rookie Allison's so good at that because it just looks like it's his regular throw back to the mound, but then just revs it up a little bit and all the way to second base, just trying to catch him off the bag a little bit, trying to steal one.
Worsing's looking for a quick inning here. He's at 65 pitches. Hurd wants to force him to work like he has on the other side. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, sent up into the air. Fallon with a beat on it, and he ranges up and will make the catch to retire the side. Another runner stranded in scoring position for the Panthers. We head to the bottom half with the Bees looking for insurance in a 5-3 ball game. This is the District 7 3A Tournament Championship game presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Eminence Eagle Auction and Realty is proud to present an online-only auction featuring 2 plots of land in Livingston. This property features 3 prime acres of commercial real estate right off of Bradford Hicks Drive in Livingston. You can bid on these properties at eagleauctions.com or call 931-526-5335 for more information. Bidding on these online-only auctions ends on Thursday, May 8th at 12 noon. Aminette's Eagle Auction and Realty is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
Call to the bullpen for Trent Stokes and the Stone Memorial Panthers in a 5-3 ball game. We figured it would be, and it is indeed. Griffin Templeton, the right-hander, moves from short to the mound. That puts Cade Wilson out to shortstop from behind the dish, and Talon Hurd goes behind the plate, closing the book on Talon Hurd after 3 innings of 5-run baseball. Last time out, Griffin Templeton in this tournament against White County.
Yeah, and that 5-1 victory in their first game, he came on in relief. That was to save Titus Bisbee. Was really, really good through 5 innings. He finished it out in the final 2. No hits, 1 run. It was earned, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. And so he'll try to do that again with the no hits and maybe just one run across and see if his offense can't get going against Chris Worsing on the other side. But Talon Hurd gets run out of there. The 77 pitches, only 38 of those were strikes. A big reason why 5 walks drawn by the Bees, and obviously the 3 runs across as well. So Hurd going back behind the plate, his normal position, and that should help him out on the base paths a little bit as well, because it started to turn into, if you get on first, you're going to take second base.
4, 5, 6 due up. Same situation as was in the bottom half of the last inning. Alec Wilson led it off by ripping a ball down the left field line for a Real Estate Collective double. He will climb in here for attempt number 3. He's 1 for 1. Also has a walk back in the first inning. And, of course, first AB for Griffin Templeton. And he's tasked with keeping it right where it is. Stone's offense was very good early, but it's gone a little bit stagnant against Chris Worsing. Upperman's defense has settled in as well as the first pitch is across for strike 1. In case you missed it, York defeats Smith County 3-2. Owl season's done. Dragons into the district championship. And Templeton fires the fastball across 78 miles an hour right at the knees for strike 2. Elsewhere, Wilson Central defeated Cookeville 5-3. Cavs season is done. The 0-2, that was very close. Maybe a little low, 1-2.
Yeah, either low or just inside.
Not a bad spot to go for Griffin Templeton. 1-2, breaking ball in the dirt, swung on and missed it. A great AB for Templeton for strikeout number 1 of his outing.
Yeah, that's a really good start for Templeton, pounding the zone, breaks off the breaking ball, and we'll see if he can continue on now against the Bees. And if anything, it just kind of changes up what it looks like on the mound as well. Obviously, Talon Hurd was struggling to find that strike zone. Now you've got a guy who's starting to pump some strikes in there.
And that's the MO for Templeton. He's usually in the zone. Allison first pitch swinging, just foul. But the Bees have gotten in the habit of waiting as Hurd was struggling to find those strikes. Now Templeton in the zone. We'll see if that changes the approach at all and how long it takes. Here's the 0-1. This one rolled over again, foul, and it's quickly 0-2 for the second consecutive at-bat. Carson Shoup behind rookie Allison here in the bottom of the 4th. The Bees lead is 5-3. The 0-2. This one sent a mile up into the air, angling up and out of play. Hits on top of the Upperman dugout.
But again, Templeton has been solid. Been in the zone, hasn't made it easy for any of the batters so far. Obviously only faced a couple. But just a good change of pace for the Panthers and what they've been looking for.
Rookie Allison awaits the 0-2 from Griffin Templeton. Breaking ball, this one popped up, coming to us. Heads up. Smashes into the grandstands. We'll do it again.
Now they chase after it.
It's a great crowd today. The Gentrys are here. Gentry's Power Equipment is your hometown Steel and Exmark dealer located on Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville. For all your outdoor power equipment needs, mowers, blowers, chainsaws, and more, you need to tend to your yards after all the weather we just had. Go see our friends at Gentry's Power Equipment. Here comes the 1-2 to Allison. This one, and the breaking ball low. He rolls it over to short. Early work for Wilson. Just there, low throw off the mark. It's an error. And now Allison turns into second on the E6.
That's a good job by rookie Allison. Again, it's another one of those catchers here in 7 AAA that they've got a lot of speed. I think almost every single one does. And rookie Allison put down a bunt earlier, was able to beat it out. It was a great bunt. Now he's able to reach base safely all the way to second base. And now you got a runner in scoring position.
And he had to go near the dirt to even get contact on that baseball. Somehow does. And now it's a runner at second and a potential big insurance run for the Bees with one out. Here comes Carson Shoup. He has an RBI single today and a fly out. First attempt against Griffin Templeton.
And for the Bees, they're starting to find a little bit of that rhythm. Obviously got it going in that last inning with the 3 runs across.
First pitch swinging for Shoup. This one rolled over towards second, and it'll hop over the glove. Allison being sent home. Bowman has to come all the way up to it. And it's going to be another error in the field, and the Bees doubled up the Panthers. It's now 6-3.
And that's something that Stone Memorial hadn't had a lot of at the start of the ball game. And ever since in these last 2 innings, 3 of those errors across, it's starting to become a struggle out in the field.
You just cannot give this team these sorts of opportunities. Here comes Juju Yano. He's reached on a fielder's choice and walked, and it's going to be Lawrence County and Tullahoma in the Upper Cumberland on Friday in the Region 4 3A tournament. Lawrence County up 9-0, trying to run rule it in the bottom of the 6th against Murfreesboro Central Magnet. And Lawrence County and Tullahoma, they've been the 2 best teams out there for the most part. Lawrence County has the kid Bedford who's going to Tennessee. That's a big deal. So it's going to be a good region tournament. Here comes the 1-0. Yano rips this one up the middle, and it's down for a base hit. 7th hit of the day for the Bees, and Juju Yano puts runners at first and second, and all of a sudden the Bees are seeing it out of the hands of Templeton.
Yeah, and it didn't take too long. Just a couple of batters. Really good AB worked by rookie Allison, able to reach base safely. He scores immediately. Now it's starting to kind of turn into that carousel, continuing on from that last inning.
Runners at first and second. Here comes Carson Holroyd as a sac bunt and a fly out. What will we do here with 1 out? And those 2 runners on. Templeton trying to hunker down here. Still not over. Got him swinging at the high fastball, 0-1, but this is how the big innings begin, and you need the next 2 outs badly with Chris Worsing, who's reached 3 times. 3 batters away. 0-1 bounces in, blocked up by Hurd, so now you got that surefire catcher behind the plate. That gives you some confidence.
And, of course, you're playing for a lot in this game as well. The winner of this district championship will get to host that region tournament starting on Friday. That's why we've said in the Upper Cumberland.
Look back. The Bees want to host all the way until they have to go on one final road trip. Stone would love to be able to go back home as that breaking ball is across for strike 2. It's 1-2.
Yeah, it'd make it a little bit further for Tullahoma and Lawrence County as well if it was out in Crossville.
Here comes the 1-2 from Templeton. Check swing. Umpire now appeal down late, and they'll say he didn't go, and that's a huge break for Stone because he absolutely offered at it. It's 2-2. The B-colored glasses in the press box don't think so, but 2-2 to Holroyd. New life for him potentially. See if he can do something with it. Templeton kicks and deals. Smacks this one up into the air. Could be a very tough play into the Bermuda Triangle, but a nice jump on it from second. Over for out number 2. Only player who's going to have a chance at that is Schaefer sitting, and he makes the play.
Yeah, it was a good job. Read it well off the bat. Ranges right behind first base and able to grab it. Now Evan Huddleston, who ripped one through the left side of the infield his last time up. Had runners in scoring position. He's got that same situation here with 2 outs.
1 for 2 with an RBI single. A stolen base so far is Evan Huddleston. He struck out back in the 2nd. Gets another AB here in the 4th, and he loves that letter high fastball. Goes after it for strike 1.
Able to handle it last time, just not that time.
Huddleston up to 14 RBIs on the season. Of course, he's played fewer games than everybody else in the everyday lineup as that one misses up.
With the exception of Justin Fallon.
Barely. Justin Fallon's played 1 fewer game. 1 ball, 1 strike here. Templeton trying to get the final out of the inning with just 1 run across. That's a great breaking ball across for strike 2. 6-3 lead for the Bees as they hunt their 4th consecutive district title, both regular season and tournament. 1-2, that one misses up. Evens the count up. Deuce is wild. 2-2 with 2 on and 2 outs.
And one thing they've done a nice job of is working the pitch count now for Templeton. Already up to 21 here in just this inning.
Here's the 2-2. And this one just tipped. A good decision by Huddleston because that was going to find the zone.
Kind of remembering his first AB where he got a curveball on the outside corner, and it was rung up for a strikeout, so trying to foul that one off as well.
2-2 again coming to Huddleston. Fastball waved at and missed, and Griffin Templeton gets the punch out. Not before 1 run comes across for the Bees. It's 6-3 as we head to the 5th. This is the District 7 3A Tournament Championship game presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Ammonette's Eagle Auction and Realty is proud to present an online-only auction featuring a large home that has ample storage space. This home has over 2,300 square feet on almost half an acre of land. You can bid on this property at eagleauctions.com or call 931-526-5335 for more information. Bidding on this online-only auction ends Thursday, May 8th at 10 a.m. Ammonet's Eagle Auction and Realty is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
Chris Worsing back to work at 66 pitches, top of the fifth inning. Stone Memorial knows they need some runs now, trailing 6-3. The Bees have scored in every frame so far, and we'll have 1, 2, 3 due up in the bottom half. Is 3, 4, 5 due up for the Panthers here, and they would love to get back in it right here, right now.
Yeah, Stone's got to take advantage of this opportunity being in the middle of their lineup. They've had some success against Chris Worsing on the mound, but really it's been the 3 unearned runs across against Worsing. He's been really, really solid and hasn't allowed too much going around him earned-wise, obviously. So just keep on doing what he's doing. The defense has gotten a little bit better here in these last couple of innings as well.
First pitch to Eldridge is across for strike one. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. 3-hole hitter. He'll be followed up by Drake Scarborough and Titus Bisbee. Worsing with the 0-1. This one fouled straight back, and it's quickly 0-2. The goose is loose in Baxter. Michael Lindsay is here.
He was in Smithville earlier.
For a while. Here comes the 0-2. Breaking ball, this one rolled over. Braden Green to it, fields cleanly, and the throw to first is low, but picked out by Alec Wilson for out number 1.
Yeah, good job by Alec Wilson on the pick, and Braden Green able to get it over there just in time to get Gage Eldridge.
Alec Wilson so surefire at first. Carson Shoop's been good there when Alec Wilson's been on the mound. Here's Drake Scarborough. Those are plays the Bees weren't making back in the first inning. They are now. Oh, my goodness. That pitch started behind Scarborough and dove into the zone for strike 1.
That was disgusting.
And the 0-1. He threw it again that time. Brings it away. 1-1. 71 pitches for Worsing. It's going to be interesting to watch that tick up as we move through. 1-1. Now the equation does change, and West Shanks certainly could go to Justin Fallon in this game if the lead stays intact to play the closer role for an inning or two. We'll see if he will, depending on that pitch count. The 2-1. That one's across for a strike, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, just trying to obviously keep it close here in this ball game, but also keep him fresh if you need him come region tournament time this weekend.
That slider waved at and missed. It's a Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout for Chris Worsing. 2 up, 2 down here. And that is the first time in the ball game he's been able to do that against these Panthers. Titus Bisbee, 2 for 2, 2 singles with an RBI, will climb in here.
And you said it, he would love to get a quick inning with that pitch count at 74. Just trying to keep it down just a little bit.
Just 4 punch-outs today for Worsing as that one misses, 1-0. Worsing kicks and deals. That one a little bit inside. For Stone, obviously, they'll have whenever they want their number 1 on the mound, they'll have Titus Bisbee available, and then behind him, we'll see where they go. Schaefer sitting in the region tournament. Obviously, we saw Talon Hurd today. Griffin Templeton will pitch for the Bees. They've lined it up. They've got Juju Yano, Alec Wilson, and Chris Worsing. 3-0, that's right down Main Street, 3-1, and they feel like that's going to give them an opportunity. If they are forced into an elimination game, being able to throw this young man on the mound, they'll feel comfortable. 3-1, this one flicked up the middle, and it'll be through for a 2-out single. Titus Bisbee has a 3-hit day.
Yeah, he swung it well, and we know he's a good batter. He can definitely do that, but now with 2 outs, can you try to move him around and cut into this lead of the 3-run deficit?
Kyle Hinch has reached once on a fielder's choice, has a stolen base. Struck out back in the first inning. Gets attempt number 3 against Worsing, and they're trying to force that pitch count up as well. Stone hanging around, down by 3 now after 3 early runs. There's that slider again. Dives in for strike 1. Lead for Bisbee over at first. The 0-1. This fastball chopped over for Green. He leans back. What a hop. Went right over his head. Holroyd has it, and he's just going to eat it. Everybody's safe. Another unconventional single for the Panthers as Kyle Hinch puts runners at the corners. Potential tying run at the plate in the form of Tanner Bowman.
Yeah, I mentioned it. Sometimes it's just bouncing your way, quite literally bouncing your way that time for Stowe Memorial, and absolutely nothing Braden Green's going to do about it that time. Just took a skyrocket of a bounce.
He read it right because he wasn't going to be able to attack it, so he sat back, waited on the hop, and it hit right at the start of the dirt and went up and over his head. And now a big opportunity for the Panthers. First pitch swinging for Bowman, sends it back. 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout, and they need to capitalize here. Down by 3. You don't know how many more opportunities you'll have with 2 outs in the 5th. Only guaranteed 2 more sets of ABs. Worsing slides on the 0-1. That slider did not come out clean. 1-1, 82 pitches now.
And now bouncing around over at first base as well, trying to get into the head of Worsing on the mound. Maybe throw him off just a little bit.
Surprised he hasn't taken off yet, to be honest. But Ricky Allison behind the dish, I guess, can put that in your head. They've scored 1 run that way already in this exact situation. Bowman flares this one into foul territory. Wilson gives chase and can't quite get there. Was almost one of the catches of the year for Alec Wilson. Instead, it's just a strike.
Yeah, that was a pretty good effort by Alec Wilson. Well, you said it. Able to get that second strike of the AB and Worsing ahead.
At 83, if you're Wes Shanks, you're thinking, you need this hour right now. Alec Wilson had to regather his sunglasses and his hat. He's okay, though.
Yeah, and you'd love to keep it under 105, stay on those 3 days rest, and if you were needed on a Friday.
He is not pitching on Friday. Lawrence County, you're not going to face Chris Worsing on Friday. You're welcome. There's 1-2. Hey, maybe they'll win tonight. I don't know. I doubt it. Now time going to be called for Bowman. They're going to win twice. I doubt it, but I've been wrong before. Runners at the corners here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Worsing to Bowman. Slides and deals. Fastball swung on and missed. And the stare down from the sophomore on the Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout. 2 Panthers left stranded. Runs the total up to 7 on the day. This is the District 7 3A Tournament Championship game presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this beautiful 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom home located in the quaint Magnolia Creek subdivision. Explore tiny home living in this 1,008 square foot home. Built in 2023, this kitchen has all stainless steel appliances and beautiful countertops. This home has a back porch, carport, and extra storage room. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Islands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future, it's what we do.
Griffin Templeton back to work here in his second inning on the mound in relief, trying to keep it right where it is in a 6-3 ball game. Easier said than done. 1-2-3, due up for the Bees. Chris Worsing's going to lead it off. What a tournament he's having, what a season he's having. Reached 3 times, a single, a double, a walk, RBI, stolen base, run scored, in line for the win on the other side. The do-it-all sophomore going to climb in to open up the bottom half of the 5th.
You said it. There's not too many teams that have 3 pitchers that are really, really good. This Upperman team has it. Yeah, they're all pretty good hitters as well. This Upperman team, they're playing really good baseball. Down again in this one, able to work their way back, and now looking to add on.
Yes, they have not blinked when they've gone down in this tournament. Both times answered back immediately, and now they're trying to break it open. Griffin Templeton knows it. Trent Stokes knows it. Wes Shanks knows it. Question is, can the Panthers stop it? As the first pitch of the inning. Wow. It has been that sort of day. Called strike one, 0-1. You swing at it, it's going to hit you, but it's called a strike. 0-1, now the breaking ball dives away. 1-1.
Sorry, I put a ball on the scoreboard because, well,
It
it
definitely was. It's been both ways, as we've brought up multiple times. Here comes the 1-1. Worsing sends this one off the end of the bat into right field. Long way to go. Laying out. It will get down. And that's going to allow Chris Worsing to head into second on a Rico double. The second double of the day for him. The kid continues to rake.
He's swinging it well right now, and obviously came into the game swinging it well. Yesterday, he was able to clear the bases with one of those doubles. 387 coming into the game.
He
already reached base 3 times. He's going to be getting close to that 400 number, definitely 390s.
Well, it feels like he's batting 895 on the season, honestly. Surprising it's even that low. He's at second. A potential big insurance run. Here comes Braden Green, who has walked 3 times so far in the ball game. First appearance against Griffin Templeton. Chris Worsing is impressive. That one's across. It's gone from this team has Chris Worsing. That's nice, too. You better watch out. Chris Worsing's walking into your ballpark.
They got a few of those guys.
They do. He is another one. 0-1 coming to Braden Green from Templeton. It's the first time Braden Green's been behind an account as that one dots up the outside corner, and it's 0-2.
And he hasn't been very aggressive. Walked 3 times. He's watched a lot of pitches. We'll see if he gets a little more aggressive here, 0-2.
He entered the day with 14 walks worked. Now he's up to 17. That's tied for the team lead with Alec Wilson. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball, and Green sends it foul. Justin Fallon on deck behind, and we'll see if he's able to break out of the slump that he's in now. But first, Braden Green working against Griffin Templeton. Templeton would love to get that out after the double, and it was not a hard hit ball, but it just off the end of the bat into right. Probably would have been a single, but a good effort. That's the effort you want to see in a district title game. That one bounces in, and now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Three errors for Stone, 2 for Upperman, both early in the game. 8 hits for the Bees, 6 runs across. Stone, 3 runs on 7 hits. Been some weird stuff in this baseball game.
Yeah.
RBIs on check swings. There's the 1-2. Could not tell you. Could not tell you where that pitch misses. It's 2-2.
It wasn't outside.
It was a strike in the beginning part of this at-bat.
I mean, maybe low, but it's tough to throw one low to Braden Green.
The first pitch of the AB was right there. It's 2-2. Coming here to Braden Green. Templeton's thinking, what do I got to throw?
Yeah,
You don't want to put it in a shoebox to Braden Green at home plate. He kicks and deals. This one rolled over, moves the runner over. Second baseman sitting to it, throws over to Hinch in time for out number 1. As the runner moves over 90 feet and sets the table for Justin Fallon.
Well, like you said, kind of works like the bunt there. You hit it right side of the infield, move the runner up to third, and now great opportunity here for Justin Fallon. Even if anything, just hit it to the outfield, bring that run home, and keep that confidence up.
Fallon reached on a fielder's choice in the first and then flew out and popped out. Stands in here with a runner 90 feet away. It's Cody Lowe, who's the runner for Chris Worsing. And now some cloud cover again, as has been routine over the last week. First pitch breaking ball. Fallon watches it across for strike 1.
That's a good breaking ball as well.
Templeton's throwing well in relief.
Yep.
Allowed the 1 run in the last inning.
24 strikes, 10 balls, so much better in that department.
Fallon bounces the bat on his right shoulder. Here's the 0-1. That one dips away, and nice job by Hurd to slide over. Templeton trying to keep it right where it is in a 3-run ball game with 2 frames to go. Here's the 1-1. Fastball set up into the air by Fallon. That's well struck into right. Still angling back. Grabbed in right, but it is plenty deep. An RBI sac fly for Justin Fallon. adds on for the Bees. It's 7-3.
Like I said, even if it's anything just like that, a deep fly ball gets the job done, brings another run across. 4-run advantage for the Bees here in the district championship.
It's kind of like a basketball player trying to see it go through the hoop.
Yep.
See if that does it
Yep.
for a foul.
Yeah,
And
he hit it
first
well.
time he's really caught one. RBI number 11 of the campaign. Here's Alec Wilson. He's 1 for 2 today with a walk, a double, and a run scored. Templeton kicks and deals. It is a breaking ball. This one popped up in the infield. Under it is Wilson. He gives way to Gage Eldridge, who makes the catch, and that will retire the side. The Bees score another run to make it 7-3. 2 innings to go in this district championship game, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics on UCR.
Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer with a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR. Discover this stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145.
We welcome you in across the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network today, live on the main UCR Facebook page, YouTube channel, and the NFHS Network, and on the Hub Plus Roku app, wherever you're watching. We welcome you in. I'm Noel McKay, joined by Jacob Vincent in the Jeff P.D. Goolsby press box. It's the District 7 3A Tournament Championship round. If the Bees win, this tournament is over. If Stone Memorial comes back to win, we will play one more later on this evening to decide a district champion. The winner hosts the Region 4 3A tournament beginning on Friday. And Chris Worsing at 85 pitches. Back to work here in inning number 6. Going to face off against 8-9-1. First pitch swinging, rolled over to Juju Yano. Little bobble, but an accurate throw to first is in time for a one-pitch out. That's exactly what the Bees are looking for.
And what'd you say in that last half inning? You thought Chris Worsing felt like he was hitting? You said like 800,
yes,
900.
897.
He's 7 for 10 in the district tournament.
Pretty good. 700 in this tournament so far.
Shout out PD for that stat.
Love that. First pitch swinging for Cade Wilson. 0 for 2 with a ground out. The ground out was into the outfield. Carson Holroyd threw to first in time for an out. And he also has a fly out.
Your typical 9-3.
And that one's called a ball. Both ways, man. The 1-1.
It's been brutal.
2-1. That's technically the biggest game of the season. And it's been rough. Here's the 2-1. 90th pitch for Worsing. It's the first time he's had to go deep. It's been the run rule his past few outings for him. Now it's 3 balls and 1 strike to Cade Wilson. Worsing kicks and deals. And that one's called a strike. 3-2. It was a strike.
It was.
Here's a big 3-2 payoff pitch. Swung on, sent up into foul territory. Wilson gives it a look, but runs out of range there, and we'll do it again.
Yeah, right up against the fence, and just wasn't going to get there in time. But good battle brewing here, and Stone trying to continue it. They're trying to get that pitch count up a little bit. You might see Justin Fallon maybe in a 7th inning or so.
He's spinning that arm out there and left. He's got that left arm getting loose. Here's the 3-2 payoff pitch again, and that's strike 3. A Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout. As they'll say he offered at it. May have been a strike anyway. And there's the punch out for Chris Worsing.
Yeah, right on that inside corner, and we're not quite sure if it's a strike or not today, but really a nice job, and Chris Worsing's got it going. 6
strikeouts for Chris Worsing so far. And he's working on a quick frame. Griffin Templeton will try to change that. 2 for 3, a couple of singles and a ground out. 4th appearance against Worsing as that fast or curveball falls off the table. It's the first time Stone's seen Chris Worsing in action. He was not pitching the first 2 meetings. It was Yano and Wilson. Next breaking ball misses a little bit up, and it's 1-1. They did a nice job early, scored all 3 runs in the first 2 frames, but there was some interesting bounces in there as this one's fouled out of play. He's had the goods really throughout this contest, but has had to grind it out. And it's quickly 1-2 here to Templeton.
Yeah, up to 96 pitches right now, but if you're able to get out of it through 6, bring Justin Fallon in to finish it off in the 7th.
Worsing with the 1-2. Misses upstairs. Deuces wild at 2-2.
That's a good spot on 1 and 2. They elevate that fastball, one of his favorite pitches.
The 2-2 to Templeton. Slider. We run full at 3-2. Templeton wants to make Wes Shanks make a decision. The 3-2. Outside ball 4. Griffin Templeton heads down in a big 2-out base runner for the Panthers, who need runs and need them now to bring up Talon Hurd.
Just haven't been able to get that 1-1-2-3 inning that he's really looking for. He's fine, though, just at 99 pitches right now. Talon Hurd coming to the plate.
Good crowd on YouTube and Facebook tonight. We appreciate that. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Share the stream. Comment along with us. Next pitch is number 100, triple digits for Chris Worsing. Talon Hurd in at the batter's box. First pitch swinging for him, and it gets down into left field for a base hit. 2 on, 2 out for the Panthers, and it'll bring out Dalton Dronebarger to have a word with Chris Worsing.
Yeah, and this is a tough spot because you got Gage Eldridge at the plate. It's just a 4-run ball game, and he can put a charge into one, so you're going to have a conversation here, trying to settle him down. And last time they had first and second. Coach Dronebarger came out, got a ground ball, and they just stepped on third base. He would love to mirror that one if he can.
Gage Eldridge today singled back in the first inning, stole a bag, came around to score. He's been a part of a fielder's choice and a ground out. Climbs in here in the district championship game. Stone has to win it to force a winner-take-all game 2. They trail by 4. In the bottom half is going to be 5, 6, 7 due up for the Bees, likely against Griffin Templeton again. Justin Fallon still kind of hanging that left arm. We are fairly confident it's going to be him getting the ball next for the Bees if Chris Worsing doesn't go the complete game. He's at 100 pitches right now.
Yeah, and most likely not using him on Friday. But if you wanted to have him available, you can get him out under 105.
No chance. Well, they may get him out by 105, but he's not pitching Friday. Eldridge, first pitch swinging. That's down into center. Fallon with a beat on it. Catches it on a hop. Here comes the laser, not in time. And this one gets to the backstop. 1 run scores on the RBI by Eldridge. They advance over on the throw, and the Panthers have life here in the district championship game.
That's big right there, especially getting past rookie Allison at home plate. Goes all the way to the backstop, able to advance up to second and third rather than just first and second. You get the run across, and now the tying run comes to the plate.
So how's that one ruled? We'll wait and see. It's definitely going to be an RBI single for Gage Eldridge, then an error on the throw, potentially, yes, indeed. And here comes Wes Shanks, and that throw may be the first warm-up pitch for Justin Fallon. We'll take a look and see. Chris Worsing was good, but it's time for the flame-throwing lefty for the Bees. Stone pressing, 2 in scoring position, down by 3. Justin Fallon to the mound when we come back.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. It's a call to the bullpen for the Upperman Bees. Wes Shanks gives the ball to his senior lefty flamethrower, Justin Fallon. For the third time this season, goes to the mound. He's the hardest thrower in the Upper Cumberland, and he is on the mound here in a huge spot. Runners at second and third. 2 out. Drake Scarborough stepping in. He's about to face 90 on the velo gun.
Yeah, he's been sitting 88, 87 so far with the fastball. We've seen the curveball a little bit as well at 73, and his last outing against Lebanon was really, really good. Finished it out against the Blue Devils in that 7th inning. 1 inning of work. Faced 3 batters. Struck them all out.
2 appearances so far, 1 on each side of the hamstring injury that got re-aggravated. He's 1-0. That win came against Lebanon. 2 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. Drake Scarborough going to try and put one in play here and get back within 1 run with a hit into the outfield. Give you the changes in the field momentarily, and that fastball fired up past. So with Fallon coming to the mound, Evan Huddleston goes into center, and Chris Worsing goes to second as this one's pumped by a little bit low for a ball. 1-1. So Worsing's at second. Braden Green goes into left. Carson Holroyd in right. Here's the 1-1. Fallon out of the full windup. Up and in at 87. 2-1.
That's the wildly effective there.
2-1. This one chopped over. Worsing with quick work. It bounces to him. He throws to first in time, and Justin Fallon does the job. The Panthers get back within 1. It's 4-7. This is the District 7 3A Tournament Championship presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Proudly introducing Upper Cumberland Generators for all your home power solutions. Locally owned and operated, Upper Cumberland Generators are here to make sure you have peace of mind no matter the situation. With new and reliable generators. Call 931-265-1702 for more information or to order yours today. Upper Cumberland Generators is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Turfmasters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turfmasters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Bottom of the 6th, in Baxter, Upperman with a 7-4 lead. We've confirmed in the press box that with the region tournament, it will be all hosted in the Upper Cumberland on Friday. So if the Bees hang on and win this game or win game 2, every game will be here in this ballpark. So if things go chalk, for example, you could have Lawrence County taking on Upperman and Tullahoma taking on Stone. It would all be in this park on Friday. There are no satellite sites in the first round of the region in baseball.
And the way it's going to work, 2 games on Friday, the 1 versus the 2 out of the other side. So if Upperman would move on to win this one, they would play the 2 seed out of District 8. Winner of those first 2 games will play in the region championship. Whoever wins that will host their sectional. If you lose that, you'll drop into the losers bracket, where you would play the winner of the 2 losers in that first game. In the consolation game, if you win that, you're into the sectional round. So 2 games on Friday, 3 games on Saturday at noon, 3 and 6. And the region tournament's done.
We'll be here for all of it right here in the Jeff Petey Goolsby press box. Griffin Templeton's been good in relief, but the Bees have scored in every inning so far. None more than 3, none more than 1 in every inning other than the 3rd. It's rookie Allison, Carson Shoup, and Juju Yano due up as they look for some insurance here.
Yeah, and looking for insurance. Now you got Justin Fallon going on the other side. He came in and recorded that one out that they needed on the ground ball, the right side of the infield. Stone Memorial looked like they were starting to build a little momentum. Now you're trying to get that run back and get the momentum back on your side.
Well, we've been talking all year about Justin Fallon, and once he gets healthy, the desire to use him as your closer, you just saw why a little bit there. You're going to see him in the 7th. Stone going to have to adjust to that velo. Here comes the 1-0 as Allison pokes this one up into the air. Bowman gives chase, and he's got a great beat on it. Makes the catch for out number 1.
And Templeton has done a really good job ever since he came on in relief. Obviously, the Bees have gotten a couple of runs in these last 2 innings, but the 3 runs across, really the big number on the board right now. And every single inning, the Bees have scored at least 1, so we'll see if that trend continues for them.
Carson Shoup has an RBI on a single today. He's also reached on an error. Climbs in here against Griffin Templeton for the 2nd time. It was that error that he reached on against him. This one rolled over to second, and then it's going to be another one. Pops up and over the glove of Wilson, and Shoup has reached again. Another error in the field. It's the 4th of the game for the Panthers.
Yeah, and they have struggled, and it's just come here in these last couple of innings. First few innings was pretty solid. Now they've dealt with a couple of tough bounces, just haven't been able to glove it cleanly. And this is usually where the Bees are able to take advantage when they get runners on, especially unearned runners. They're able to move them around for the most part.
Juju Yano has done a little bit of everything. He's walked, reached on a fielder's choice, singled, scored a run, and stolen 2 bags. First pitch misses low to him. 1-0 from Templeton, who's at 40 pitches here in relief. And if Stone were able to put together a miraculous comeback, you may see Griffin Templeton again in game number 2. You can see Dallin Hurd again in game 2 as well, but they, of course, have some heavy work to do that. 1-0, that one misses low. Yano's at the plate. Carson Holroyd's behind him as we head to the bottom half of this Upperman order. The 2-0. That one backs Yano off, and it's 3 balls and no strikes.
One of the first times that Templeton has been this far behind. He has been good being in the zone so far.
Yeah, no walks so far for him. 3 errors against him have put runners on the base paths. Here's the 3-0. That one's right there for a strike. A get-over pitch. And now we'll see the battle. The 3-1. And that was ball 4, sent way up into the air. Hinch gives chase into foul territory, and it gets out of play. That ball was right across the Upperman letters, across the chest for Yano, and instead it's 3-2.
Been a good job by Templeton, work his way back, been throwing him at least close enough for them to make a decision on it. Yano swings at that one and pops it up. Now on 3-2, you don't want to go too far over the middle of the plate, but close enough for him to swing at it.
Carson Holroyd on deck, 3-2 coming Templeton to Yano, kicks and deals. And this one is barreled up the middle, angling towards the gap. Shoup round second, heading to third. Yano's looking for 2. Bowman's throw not in time. It's a real estate collective double for Juju Yano.
That's a really good job by Yano, running hard the whole time as well. Right out of the box on 3-2. Gets something he can handle and ropes it to the outfield. And now a really big opportunity here for Carson Holroyd with trying to get that insurance across.
Stone got one in the top half. Bees looking for an answer. Carson Holroyd has flown out, popped out, and had a sacrifice bunt so far. Gets his second crack at Griffin Templeton here. We're in the bottom of the 6th, 45 pitches for Templeton. Now a look over. He throws as Shoup dives back in safely.
He turned back to second base. Shoup obviously over there at third. He was getting a little bit aggressive off. He thought he was throwing to second.
Look back now. Holroyd shows bunt. The squeeze is on. This one popped up into the air. Shoup has to slam the brakes. Throw behind him, and there's a double play. Pop-up bunt on the suicide squeeze. A great throw from Dallin Hurd, and that retires the side. Last chance for the Panthers when we return. District championship on the line. It's 7-4. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Real Estate Collective Auction Group offers expertise in a variety of services, including real estate, personal property, equipment, and nonprofit benefit auctions. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their upcoming auctions at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Auction Group is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Justin Fallon trying to slam the door on a district championship for the Upperman Bees. They've won 3 in a row, both regular season and tournament. They're trying to make it 4 straight for this senior class. Seniors on the mound through 5 pitches. Got the out he was looking for to strand 2 in scoring position in the 6th. For the Panthers, it's Bisbee, Hinch, and Bowman trying to extend the game. And according to Goose down there on the sideline in the dugouts, I was going to say he's our sideline reporter for the day, or dugout reporter. There's some smack talk going on down there on that baseball field right now.
Getting a little bit of testy right now, and we'll see. I mean, it's Tyus Bisbee coming up. He's 3 for 3, reached base 3 times. He's looking to reach base a 4th time, starting off at a good spot. Now it's Justin Fallon's turn, trying to close this ball game out. A 3-run advantage right now, and trying to win their 4th straight district tournament championship.
Well, we know the Bees. The Bees have said, "Why are you talking? You've never beaten us," which is unbelievable smack talk.
Also true.
It's a good point.
Not really a comeback for that one.
What do you say to that one? As Bisbee is 3 for 3 with 3 singles. First pitch from Fallon is fired in, 0-1.
That's unfair on the outside corner.
Close your eyes and swing as hard as you can. Shoop in at the corner. Here comes the 0-1. Goodness gracious, he threw it 2 straight times, and it's quickly 0-2.
It took off a little bit that time, only 86.
And he is right back on the rubber. Bisbee bouncing the bat. Here comes the 0-2. That one spiked in. It's 1-2, and that's been the difference as he pats his chest. The difference this year, and obviously very limited action. Fallon in the past has been pretty wild. Not wild at all so far this year. Here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball, my goodness. A Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout for Justin Fallon.
Well, and you see just a little wave there because it looks like that fastball's coming in again. You got to swing early. Realizes it's the breaking ball, and you're way out in front of it.
Here's Kyle Hinch. He has singled, reached on a fielder's choice, struck out and stole a base so far. He's trying to put a base runner on for the Panthers, down by 3 here in this district title game. First pitch misses low and inside, ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. That fastball fired in there. 1-1.
I haven't seen 90 yet. He's been touching 88, 89, though.
Rocks and deals, and what just happened?
Well, he was asking for time, and Justin started to go into his motion before the home plate umpire pointed to him. So
Kyle Hinch got time back in, Fallon back on the mound. No rubber there, or no pitch there, I should say, 1-1. That fastball, a little bit in. 2-1. Stone needs 3 to extend the ball game and potentially this tournament. Fallon, first time he's been behind the count. Here's the 2-1. Not anymore. Dots up the inside corner there, and it's 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 from Fallon. Breaking ball. Doesn't quite find the zone, and it's 3-2, a full count. Kyle Hinch trying to become a base runner any way he can. The delay. 3-2. Cold strike 3. 88 on the outside corner, and the Bees are not away from defending their district crown.
Hey, if the curveball's not working, come right back with the heat and blow it by him. Exactly what he did, and not only that, it is moving on 88 miles an hour as well, and moving away from those right-handed batters.
Another Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout, the second of the inning for Justin Fallon. His last 6 batters he's faced, he struck out 5 of them, dating back to his last outing. First pitch, just Tanner Bowman, ball 1, up and in a little bit. He's trying to slam the door here. Takes a deep breath, the 1-0. That one bounces in, it's 2-0. The adrenaline starts to pump when you got a district title on the line.
Hardware on the line.
The 2-0. That one's right there, 2-1.
I brought it down a little bit, 85 that time, trying to control it.
Here comes the 2-1 from Fallon to Bowman. That one bounces in, and it's 3-1. So now Tanner Bowman probably in take mode, a couple in the dirt. Just trying to extend this ball game one way or the other. Schaefer sitting on deck.
It's going to be tough to hit it, so not a bad idea.
Fallon looks in. Allison with the sign. Here comes the 3-1. That one misses, ball 4. Tanner Bowman does the job, heads down. First base runner allowed in a couple of outings for Justin Fallon, and with 2 out, Schaefer sitting will stride in. He's walked once, reached on an error, and grounded out.
And he had to work out of the stretch, obviously, coming in that last inning. Now back into the stretch here. We'll see if that settles him in a little bit after getting those first couple of quick outs.
Fallon out of the stretch. Of course, lefty looking right at him. Don't want to get called out there if you're Bowman, even though you got a lot of speed. First pitch waved at and missed, 0-1.
And if you can get a steal on this battery, you earned it.
Well done. you don't need it right now, down 3.
No.
You just want to stay out there. Fallon kicks and deals, the 0-1. That one gets away from Allison. Takes a big hop, but he'll be safe. Tanner Bowman heads down into scoring position on the wild pitch. And now it's a 1-1 count, more importantly, to Schaefer sitting.
Yeah, and then talking about it in the press box, it doesn't mean anything out there at second base. If you got a 3-run advantage, you're just focusing on the batter right now with 2 outs.
Sitting, settles in towards he's actually stepping towards the front of that batter's box. Here comes the 1-1. That one right there, and it's 1-2. The Panthers down to their final strike tonight. Fallon trying to close it out. Yano clapping his hands over at short. Justin Fallon with the 1-2 to Schaefer sitting. Kicks and deals. That one bounces. Allison throws behind the runner. Tag not quite in time. And it's 2-2.
Pretty close.
Almost leaned off the bag on the after the tag. It's a little chippy down there right now. Fallon trying to slam the door. Panthers looking to extend. Here's the 2-2. That one misses up and in, and we run full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Trent Stokes in the third base coaching box loves it. 8-hole hitter battling against the Division I signee. A 3-2 with 2 outs. Payoff pitch. Fired in, cold, strike 3. And the Kings of District 7 3A defend their crown for the 4th consecutive season. Final score, Upperman 7, Stoll Memorial 4. The Bees are the district tournament champions.
4 years in a row, pretty impressive run for this group of seniors, starting their freshman year all the way till this year, 4-0 in district tournaments. I'd say that's a pretty darn good number. And how about the job by Justin Fallon coming in and closing the door, taking over for Chris Worsing on the mound. It was an all-around effort today for the Upperman Bees in the district championship, and they'll be hosting that region tournament starting on Friday.
Region tournament will be held here in Baxter starting on Friday. Stoll Memorial will take on the District 8 AAA champions on this field on Friday. Upperman will take on the runner-ups of the District 8 AAA. And then we have 3 games on Saturday to decide who's heading into sub-state. But today, once again, it is the Upperman Bees. They go 13 up, 13 down against 7 AAA opponents so far this season in this senior class. 4 years, just 2 losses to district opponents, including tournament play. Chris Worsing gets the win on the mound. Justin Fallon comes in and slams the door in the save. The Panthers, very competitive. It was a great start, but ultimately too much for the Bees as they bring across 1-1-3, 1-1, and Fallon slams the door.
7 runs on 9 hits, the 2 errors in the field for the Bees. On the other side, 9 hits, 4 runs for Stone Memorial, but 4 errors in the field helping the Bees get to those 7 runs across. How about the day from Chris Worsing as well? 3 for 3, a run batted in, a run scored, and on the mound obviously did a great job in 5 2/3. 9 hits, 4 runs. Only 2 of those were earned, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, and then, like you said, Justin Fallon comes in to get the save in 1 1/3. No hits, no runs, a walk, and 3 strikeouts on the day. Chris Worsing is your Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game.
He does it again, and I believe is about to be named MVP of this tournament, and he certainly deserves that. This is an Upperman team. Wasn't an unblemished run through the district tournament when it comes to the actual play within the games, but they've continued their dominance over district opponents, and they get it done here today. Avoid a game 2, 7-4. Stone Memorial, first time they're ever going to play in a region tournament. They play the way they played today. They're going to have a chance to do something in that region tournament. Going to have a tough matchup, likely against Tullahoma on Friday. But really, for Stone, it's all going to come down to Saturday. In some ways, could be better to not win that first game and only have to beat either Upperman or Tullahoma once on Saturday to extend your season. We'll have plenty of time to talk about that when we get to it. We hope you'll join us on Wednesday for Single A Softball District Championship from Crump Paris Park. Much more to come throughout the week as well. Goose has been all over creation again today. Was it DeKalb County for softball, here today for baseball. Coverage coming to UpperCumberlandReporter.com. And then we will be back here in the Jeff Petey Goolsby press box on Friday and Saturday for Region 4 3A tournament action across the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. The Bees defend their district title once again. 4 consecutive tournament championships for the Bees. Final score today, Upperman 7, Stone Memorial 4. Once again, keep your eyes on all of our social media channels for continuing coverage of high school postseason baseball, softball, and more. I'm Noah McCabe for Jacob Vincent to my right, and everybody at UCR. Have a great night, everybody.